see. We live? Let's see. Look and see if I can get the live chat. Nope. Is that it right there? Hey, anybody out there?
Yo, yo. I don't.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I see it. It says
I was about to
live
say,
on mine.
I'm pretty sure. Ever since that first one, I've been terrified. Damn, that blaze. Damn, motherfuckers just be dying, bro.
What you talking about?
You heard about that shit in Macomb?
Oh, that cop.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit wild, ain't it?
Me and the boys knew that guy. The
Really?
non cop. I don't know who the cop it was. I still hadn't got a name from nobody, but the dude who crashed out. We used
Yeah.
to.
I seen the cop. They showed a picture of him. Told his name.
Is he? Is was it? Did it happen in Macomb?
Cole Thomas Road, right off Cole Thomas Road.
Shit.
Yeah, we're Highway 44 and Cole Thomas. So
What's
right
up,
over
T
in that area.
Frost? Yeah, that's old,
That sounds like.
rolling around grounds right there.
Yeah, I don't know the. You know, detail. I just see like common stuff people's been putting on there. But some people have been saying they didn't know each other. That guy would just heard him. She calling for help. Some say she did know the cop, and that's kind of what the whole deal is.
Yeah. Well, to my understanding, from like I mean, from a I say closer. I don't know. I haven't talked. Obviously, the dude. Rest in peace. I mean, I guess it's all public information, right?
Right.
Like who these people are. Okay, well,
Yeah, yeah.
Clay Paul, he was the homie. We knew him from a while back. I think actually did I might have asked you this before, but you know Dakota Rhymes?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, maybe that was a
Yeah, I
really
worked with
dumb
him
question.
for a little while.
Oh, okay. Where at?
Fabricated pipe.
Okay, yeah, and okay, that's where we met Clay Paul.
Okay.
Clay
There was a
Paul worked out
dude
there for a
that
while.
named Clay that got in a fight and got fired. He got in a fight with the like in an actual fight out there and got fired.
What do he look like?
I don't remember. It literally happened
This
like
obviously would have been like 10 years ago,
yeah,
but
that's when I worked there. This literally happened uh kind of like why I got hired on. Like as I was coming in, that was happening.
okay,
I heard everything about him. I wasn't there when all that happened, but
yeah,
I know if it's that Clay, then I know of him from working the fabricated pipe because he worked there for a little while before I did, and he got like I said got fired for getting in a actual fist fight. If it's the
right,
Clay I'm talking about, Clay's a
right,
common
sure,
name.
yeah,
But a Clay that worked there at the same time Dakota did. I worked there when he did too,
yeah.
and yeah, there was a dude there named Clay that had got in a fight for getting fired. I mean, had got fired for getting in a fight.
I was about to say either one makes sense, I guess.
Either it's the same
Yeah,
thing.
but dude, it might have been the same guy. You know, obviously he just passed away, so I guess I don't want to throw no dirt on his name. But I mean, but in the same breath, it might not have been that guy. Either way, obviously he crashed out for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
to me, it seems like
I mean,
let's
I'm
see,
not into throwing dirt on no name either, but from what I understand, I mean, oh
sure.
boy,
I mean,
he did some dirt name throwing stuff.
I was about to say it sure as hell looks like it sure as hell looks like maybe dude, I don't know. It's like the worst game of fuck around and find out, right? So if the dude was cracking Clay's girl,
Right.
but he also has a wife and kids allegedly. I mean, this I don't
The
know.
cop, you mean?
I don't know the cop, so that's why I'm like,
Yeah, we're
if that
making
wasn't the
all this.
case,
So what if we're making this up? I don't
yeah,
care.
good point. That's why I was like, I guess they're both dead now. I
What they
mean,
gonna
it's
say?
so sad, dude. I know that these people got family. These are from
Three
our
people, yeah,
hometown.
3 people dead, man. It's
That
crazy.
shit sucks. Either way, I mean, ultimately, I'll crack jokes about a situation, but in the same breath, it is terrible. But I don't know. Like,
I
I
mean,
mean,
if he didn't know him and he was off duty, I mean, just that's just the information that's 100% that's out there. What you
yeah,
doing there?
yeah, 100. He's probably cracking dude's
Because
wife.
on the
Why would he do?
information that's
Why would
out
he
there,
shoot
it
the?
says he was answering a call for help. Now, I don't know if that means he heard someone screaming help or he's like someone called him and he was pulling up.
Whoa,
It says that on the Enterprise Journal, like he was
man, let me
answering a
pull this
call
shit
for
up,
help.
bro. I gotta look this shit up. I'm sitting here talking
Let's see if I
shit.
can find the article that I'm telling you all this from, and I'm gonna send it to you.
Yeah, because I feel like I'm coming into this blind. But suppose that I mean, because I got half the like the people from my end saying, that this shit is like that they're trying to repaint this story, like because they want that cop to go out as a hero.
Yeah, I've been
But
seeing
in the
people
same breath,
post both
I
sides. I've
had
seen people post about like, don't be talking about Clay until you know the whole story. Blah 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 blah. I've seen a
right.
lot of people posting that too. Like, I don't know what the story is. Like I said, I don't know.
That
But based
enterprise,
off just what's out there,
yeah,
something's up. It don't seem like you just randomly be there.
yeah. Like give me a reason why. Like
Right.
there's so many
There could
questions.
be a reason why though. They ain't
Yeah,
gave us that
I
information.
guess that's also why they have investigations typically.
This is more fun.
Yeah, it is.
They're
I
doing
think
it
it.
this way.
I just get nervous because I'm like, there might be a meth head cousin out there. It's like they talking shit about my fucking, like, and I'm like, hey, dude, it's
Yeah.
really not like that. I had it, it'd be like that. People, hey, Matt, you never know. Somebody might pull up on you when you're talking shit online. I've seen it happen before.
We ain't gotta go there.
Let's see. Okay, woman sentenced for Medicaid fraud. Top story. Smithdale man killed in crash. Slain Macomb officer. Oh, he looks like the type to fuck somebody's wife.
Dude, I wasn't gonna say it, but I did see the picture earlier, and I was gonna make sure you didn't know him or anything like that. But my first thought was, I was saying, what was he doing there? And he looks like he would do that shit.
Yeah. Somebody on here is gonna come out and be like, "Yeah, he was cracking me too." So, what y'all want to know? Praying
I
for his
mean,
family.
it
You,
still don't make it right to kill him. I don't think you should kill anybody over anything,
no,
especially
hundred
anything like that. So
hard
it's not
hard
justifying
stop.
it, but it makes me understand a little more.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I completely agree. Hard stop at the beating the fuck out of somebody and exposing them online. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like, do whatever kind of petty shit you want to do, bro. But I don't really think. And even worse, like, imagine his anger got. This is the sad part to me, because I'm like, imagine his anger. He pulls up on a scenario, and let's just say even that the cop wasn't fucking dude's wife, but he was so insecure that he ended up shooting this cop. I'm not saying this
right.
would happen. I'm just
Yeah,
saying, like, think about he does this, and then the girl tells him, "Oh my God, like I called him because I thought someone was breaking into the house," and he
yeah,
panics. See, that doesn't make sense because I'm not
yeah.
shooting
That don't
myself
make
after
sense.
that.
That don't. Here's what the only other story that makes sense to me. Like, giving the cop, he's the only story where the cop's not fucking nothing. So whatever's going on is going on,
Yeah,
and he hears and like in I don't know where this cop lives or nothing. He's actually hearing pleas for help.
yeah.
He's off duty cop, but he is a cop, so he goes running over there and dude, mind your business, pow.
My
You
thing,
too, bitch,
this is my.
pow.
Where does that information come from? Where does the
What?
information come from that he was, which you probably don't know, but that's why I'm asking, just more generally. Where does the
Answering a call for
information?
help.
Yeah,
I
like
don't
how
know, but that's literally what they said. It said he was answering a call for help, but
did
it
his?
didn't say if it was a phone call or what.
Is it maybe that his wife said that, and the investigation team's trying to give him the benefit of the doubt for the first, till they investigate
It
it?
could it be that they don't want to know that he was fucking old girl? Let's make him a hero. He was simply answering a call for help when really it was, hey, get over here.
But
A girl calling her old man to come over there.
if that's bullshit though, it's paper thin. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like
that
if
will come out so easy.
that's
Yeah,
what I'm saying. If
that's
that's
gonna be
bullshit,
over with. Yeah,
it's not going to take long for that to turn into
and then
like
they're gonna
and
look like they were hiding it.
exactly. So it's a lose lose. I mean, it's not
Yeah,
like
but it's not
it,
like people in Macomb where the whoever the hierarchy of Macomb has been accused of being fucking smart or thinking they could they think they just like anywhere small towns they think they could run shit. I've dealt with the
they can,
legal system through Pike County. I'll
yeah.
tell you firsthand, they think they can do what the fuck they want.
Well, they are, but listen, the corruption runs deep, and if it runs that deep, it doesn't run that deep by being stupid. Not for
Yeah,
something like
right,
this, because the guy who shot him killed himself.
right,
You know what I'm saying? So he's dead already, and then the cop is dead, and they can be like, "Hey, man, they're never going to publish anything in the Enterprise Journal or the police department about dude fucking dude's wife.
right.
There's nobody who's even going to fight for the case. His mom, maybe. Let's just use examples. These are arbitrary. I don't know anybody specifically in his family. The Clay's family. They could fight to be like, hey, we want to know exactly what happened. Was this happen? Because the girl is dead too. The girl
Right.
is dead too.
And then, man, just historically speaking, I'm not an investigator. I watch a lot of crime stuff on YouTube, but
Sure.
when you got just a little bit of information we have, three people like this, and the way it went down, dude, like 90% of the time, it's gonna be same story. Love
Yeah.
triangle. I mean, that's one of the main ways love triangle happen all the time, and it, could not be that, and we're just putting that on there. But that is, they're not giving us no information, so that's what it seems like. So that's what I'm gonna say. That's what it seems like. That seems most likely. We
Yeah.
will find out in the coming days.
Yeah. This is
The fact that she's dead and the cop's dead makes it seem like, what I'm saying?
yeah.
There was a lot of anger there. I don't know. And then himself.
Oh my god, dude, this is nuts. I'm looking at the comments in on this post, and like it literally is half and half.
That's what
There's
I'm
people
telling
on
you,
here
bro.
lit,
Yeah.
pissed, mad as fuck, talking shit, saying that this is not what happened here.
Dude,
And
I
then
got people on my Facebook post something like, say, pro the cop, not pro the cop, no, he was a hero, blah, blah, blah. And then reading him getting in fights in his own comments with other people going back and forth about it. That's how crazy it is. I don't know. But like you said, whatever it is, it's gonna be thin, paper thin, and we're gonna find out. Especially the internet's on it now, so we're gonna find out. They own it. They like if they tried making it, sweeping it under the rug or whatever. It's too late for that. They own it. Truth gonna come out.
oh my gosh, dude, I just commented on my burner with my burner Facebook account on accident. I never have commented on anything on here, and it just pulled up as organic poison.
Oh no.
I mean, I don't care. I didn't say nothing crazy. I said this is terrible. Enterprise journals should turn off their comments.
Yeah, really.
But I mean, I think I'm just going to use this point to say that they exploit shitty stories like this to get clicks.
Right.
Or I'm just going to like in 20 minutes delete my comment and hope that nobody that I know saw it. Which is
You about to get
bullshit.
DMs like,
Yeah,
you
they're
don't
like,
know.
bro, you're back, dude. What the fuck, dude? Yeah, half of them is gonna be people being like, you don't know shit about anything. I'll kill you if you don't take down that comment. The other ones are gonna be like, bro, I didn't know you were back on Facebook. I'm just gonna close Facebook now. Yeah, that's nuts. I mean, I personally don't think that the truth will ever like see the surface in that equation, and people are just gonna feel how they're gonna feel. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Right.
Uh,
Well, I
but
didn't know
it's
neither one of them
crazy.
personally,
Yeah.
but I've just been like you do, reading crazy ass comments.
Yeah, I mean, I got a text message from a close friend about it, and it was all good. Like I said, I wasn't close to this guy. He just was in our circle, and he's still mutually in some circles of some friends I got. But I don't know. That's just crazy. I mean, that's a real deal crash out moment right there. I mean, okay, let's just assume that it was he walked in on his girl getting cracked by the cop.
Right.
Why did he kill himself? Because of the
He knew he just
pain.
killed.
I mean,
Well, he don't want to go to jail. He just killed a cop and his old lady.
yeah,
And dude, I'd have to think, because you see stories like that. I thought about it, like, or just like people who do mass shootings and stuff, and then they kill themselves and stuff.
yeah,
It's got to be no, you don't want to go to jail. That's scared of jail,
yeah,
or you've been already, and I ain't going back type shit,
yeah.
or you do something. I can't speak on it because I've never done something like
Sure.
that, but I
Absolutely.
could imagine like the aftermath of seeing it right there in front of whatever the emotion that could come over you right in that moment when you're looking at, two dead bodies that you did. Like
I
you did it in a fit of passion, rage, whatever, but after it's done, dude, you're just sitting there like, dude, what did I just do?
I think that's when regret becomes like or like guilt or whatever
Mm-hmm.
that feel it comes together in some form of like an alternative to adrenaline, but it's a
Right,
negative obviously. Does that make
right.
sense?
Yeah, and
Like,
I feel like in the same way how he was out of his mind, possibly with the adrenaline and passion.
yeah.
When you do that and something like that happens to you, you're also out of your mind with that emotion, which I could see maybe how it would lead to you unaliving yourself.
Yeah. Man,
I hope I never have to experience something like that, but I couldn't imagine.
right.
I get angry like everybody else, but I can honestly say, man, that I'm lucky enough. Like I don't flash out. I can control my emotions.
Yeah.
I've never, but I do know it's a real thing because I've known people like that. I know
At,
people that has
hey,
fucked their life up and keeps fucking it up because of that, and
to this
won't quit.
day,
Yeah, to
to
this
this
day,
day,
won't quit
absolutely.
flashing out, knowing it's gonna fuck you. So they
Yeah,
have to not be able to control it. But
absolutely.
I couldn't imagine that because I couldn't imagine so much anger or whatever that you would take someone else's life before you even knew what you was doing.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I just don't flash out like that, bro. I don't flash out like I've been. I've had things happen. I just don't flash out like that.
Yeah, same here. It's just not that's just not my personality at all
Right.
either though. Like I mean, dude, I'll be honest, like if something made me mad enough in the moment, I'm a probably spaz, leave the situation, and I don't even get that kind of mad. Like so I don't even really
That's the main thing. What I'm saying, I don't even get mad enough to know what I would do at that point.
I
But
get
I do know that I wouldn't spaz crash out. But
right. Yeah, yeah,
I do
exactly.
know what I won't do, but I don't know what
Yeah.
I would do. But I
I
don't
think
get mad like that.
I think to myself, like, okay, I'm generally in a good like a happy person generally. Get frustrated sometimes, just with simple stuff or whatever. The little like typical things that people, you stump your toe or your kids really nagging the shit out of you while you're having to work on something or do something, whatever it may be. That kind of stuff, I would get a little agitated, but it's almost like, hey man, my bad. Like I apologize to my kid about being a dick to him sometimes.
Right.
Not, you know what I'm saying? Like in situations like that, if I feel like I was an asshole, I'll go in there and more or less explain to him in a 6-year-old term, hey, I was being a jerk. My
Right.
bad, dude. And when I
Yeah.
discipline him, it's different. But I'm saying, and that I have to fake because usually if I'm disciplining him, it's because he did something I kind of think is funny. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Or it's like this sucks because it's so
Yeah.
minuscule. But like getting mad to the point where I'm like, I'm gonna fuck you up, like to the point where I'm gonna actually like I'm gonna put hands on somebody. I've never felt that. I mean, drunk somewhere in some enraged scenario,
Right.
probably, but it's never been in a scenario where I'm like something has directly been done to me, and me and this, I don't know how to explain it. I
Yeah.
just I
I mean,
couldn't.
when I was younger, I feel like there's just level to it. Like I said, I've done things mad.
Yeah,
I'm to the point where I am now from just living and learning. There's many things I've done in the moment, mad in the moment, and it never fails. Like whatever I do, dude, it's not even. It's almost immediately I feel horrible,
yeah,
and not only horrible. Like it's been sometimes it's I feel horrible. Sometimes it's I feel stupid,
yeah,
embarrassed about what I did or whatever. But
yeah.
almost immediately to where at this point in my life it's happened enough that I just know don't react.
Right. Yeah. Or take a breath.
Right.
Like let me take a deep breath on this one because I might.
Dude, the ability to not react to things in the moment is can get you so far ahead in life.
That's true.
Like
I've
it's
watched
so
it
many
cook a lot of people.
situations, dude. If you just anything that happens, just tell yourself, I'm not reacting right now. I'm going to think about this, about how I want to react. I'm going to soak this into myself
Yeah.
and think about how I want to react. Do 90% of the time after I do that, my initial how I was going to react, I'm like, oh, thank God I didn't do that.
Yeah. I'm glad I didn't say that
I'm
shit.
glad I didn't say what I was wanted to say, or glad I didn't do. Because looking back now, like, dude, oh my God, like I'd have, depending on what the situation is, or I'd
Sure.
have been so pussy to do that. I'd
Yeah.
have been a bitch made move to do that. I'm glad I didn't do that.
I let's see. Now, you ever have these moments, and this is a little different, but you ever have those moments where you're like somewhere, and then when you leave, you're like, man, like in a movie or something. What I fucking, especially when you're by yourself or with your homeboy who
Right,
gasses you up. I should have fucking, insert. I should have said or walked up to him and you paint out a perfect scenario like after you leave. But it's like you didn't do it because that's not something you would do. You know what I'm saying? It's
right.
like that's the reason why. But like when you leave, you're kind of mad. Like I had a situation at the gas station in Oak Grove, the four-way stop. I don't know what kind of gas station it is, but
Wait, where at that Exxon right there by the snow cone stand?
yeah, next to the 360 thrift store or whatever, and the tobacco store.
Yeah, that's the Exxon.
Okay. Situation in there is probably about a month ago now, man. I was in there, and the line was kind of long, but it was all good. Like it was after work on a Friday, and so I didn't really care. I hang out in there, whatever, talk to whoever's in line. But there was this argument going on with this older white lady and this older white gentleman, old enough to say probably be our parents, but they
Right.
looked kind of like dickheads. But anyway, it didn't matter. It didn't matter what they looked like. Uh, but there was this woman. Okay, they were talking to this woman over here on the side over there by where the cooked food was, and I hear this lady who happens to be seemingly Latino of Latino descent, uh, and that's relevant to the story. Uh, she goes, she yells across the store, and she goes, "If you want to talk to the manager, I am the manager on shift." And and they said, "We don't want to," or the woman said, "I don't want to fucking talk to you, bitch." Like, and it's like, oh shit, like what is going on here? You know what I'm saying?
Shit just got real.
Yeah. And the fucking, and she's like, "Ma'am, you do not have to talk like that in this store." And she's like, "Do you want me to call the police or do you want to talk to me?" And she's yelling across and then the dude goes, "Bitch, you're lucky I don't call ice on your ass." And it was like immediately, like in my head, I'm leaving. And I walked out the store and I got in the car and I drove off
Yeah.
because there's plenty of other people in here of many ethnicities. No
Right.
telling what the fuck is about to happen.
Right.
So I get in my car, I drive off, and I go down the road, and I just keep driving. And I'm like, I'll get whatever I need in purpose. And I got about a mile and a half down the road, and I start thinking, I start getting mad, dude. I'm like, I should have went over there and told that dude to shut the fuck up. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, I should have went over there and put my finger in his face and been like, dude, you are an ink. You are so. That is the most fucking rudest shit you could ever. She's a manager, bro. You know
Right.
what I'm
And
saying?
that
Like,
meth head could have pulled a fucking shank out and jibbed your ass up for you saying
exact,
that
bro.
shit.
Just like, and I could have went over there, and he completely forgets about the manager. I am tunnel vision the enemy. You know what I'm saying? In
Right.
his eyes, like there's no fucking telling what this dude would have fucking
Right.
done or said. But in my head, I'm like, fuck that. Like everybody in that store probably thought, fuck that dude. And immediately in my head, I'm like, you didn't do that because for one, that's not what you do. You got a wife, a kid, a job,
Right.
all these other things that I could easily justify in my head as to why I wouldn't fucking do no stupid shit like that. For what? This woman can just call the cops, and this
Right.
dude won't be allowed at the store anymore. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and in my head, I'm like, yeah. And I likely what would happen is I'd go over there and talk shit to that dude, and he'd start beating me profusely, and everybody in that fucking store would either leave or pull out their phones and film it
Right.
and watch me
Well,
get my ass kicked by this old junkie. You know
we'll
what
be
I'm saying?
watching it
That
on the show right now, reacting.
yeah, exactly. I'd be so ashamed after
Cause
having to
you
get
can't
facial
trust the people
reconstruction
too
surgery.
crazy, bro. You can't trust. You know, it's messed up, but you know, you can't hardly get involved in something like that because you can't. People are too crazy, dude. That guy could have anything on him. Prepared to use it.
Yeah, yeah. Like you can't just walk up to some schmo that's like losing it in public and be like, "Hey, brother, calm down, man. Like
Right.
relax."
You
You know what
can't.
I'm
You
saying?
can't just assume that this guy's going to react to a situation like a sane human being. What if he's not one?
Yeah.
And his reaction to you getting his face is fucking killing you.
By the time, yeah, exactly. By the time, by the exactly, like what the fuck? And by the time I get on, yeah, and then it might be an off-duty police officer, and they'll say he was a hero. But
Right.
can you imagine? Like, also, if I lost it like that, but I didn't realize that before I came in there, that woman was a total absolute cunt to this dude. Like,
Right.
I'm not saying that that justifies what
That
he
shit like
said,
spitting his
but
fucking food right before you
yeah,
handed
like
it
who
to her in his
knows?
face.
Yeah, like, and so, I was like,
That's why nobody else in the store that was in there saying shit. They're all
yeah,
thinking like, yeah, that
this
bitch get what
couple
she
is finally
deserves.
standing up to her. Yeah, something tells me that wasn't the case, but in the same breath,
So you really
you
have
never
no
know.
idea, literally, at all what they were fighting over.
No, I just know that
Had to
they
be
did.
about some cooked food, huh?
It might have been. I don't know. They were just saying like that she was like all I really heard was them saying "fuck you, you fucking rude bitch" or something like that, talking to the manager, and the manager was like, "You can talk to me or you can talk to the police."
Yeah.
And then that's when that dude said,
I'll
"I
talk
mean,
to you, bitch.
I guess technically he threatened or she threatened to call the police before he threatened to call ICE." So I mean, she's the one who said she's gonna call the cops.
Hey, he said I call worse than what's he's trying to one up the cops, bro.
Yeah, he said, "Fuck you, bitch.
I'm gonna
You
call
wanna
worse than the
if
cops.
you wanna rat, I'll rat."
Yeah.
Damn,
I'll
that's
call
crazy.
someone that will pull up, dude. I
Yeah.
seen fucking videos yesterday of them, or today pulling up to a Home Depot in a big yellow U-Haul truck
Yeah.
and rolling the door open and jumping out 10 deep, and cuz 100 people took off running out from out front Home Depot, and they took off after him, dude. They were scattering everywhere.
That
Except
shit
one
is
dude
not
that
funny,
was
but it's
one
kind
dude
of
was
funny.
clearly legal, bro. He just like everyone's scared. He just staying there, chest out like this. The cops look. The ICE people just run around him, just run around him. He was at his green card and held out waiting or something.
Dude.
Though the rest of them gone, cuz gone.
Oh my god,
I
man.
bet they didn't catch him because they didn't get a good start. By the time they all got out the van, dude, they done scattered.
Bro, them motherfuckers ran from South America to get here. You think they're gonna get caught by ice on foot?
Right, dude. Just the effort, the way I feel, bro. You know, they out front Home Depot, bro. Leave them alone.
Yeah, dude, I know.
They
It should be
are
last on
working.
the list at least. You know what I'm
At
saying?
least,
Like,
right? You know, they, you know, they not gang banging or nothing, bro. They out here working, dude. We need them. They trying to make an honest living. I'm not saying it's right that they're here illegally, but you can't get them all out at one time.
yeah,
Deprioritize them and get the
yeah.
rest out first.
And I'd be lying to you if I told
And
you.
then let's work a deal. Like if we got them all out, let's work a path for these people that we can prove that are here working and have been here working and ain't up to no good. You know all that.
Yeah.
A way that they can earn their citizenship staying here, not having to deport.
The unfortunate part about it is the fact, because I agree 100%. To me, it just seems like the unfortunate part about it is there's like not a magic wand. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like because I think ultimately, like, okay, well, let's see how many illegal immigrants, and I say there's not a magic wand, but also each one of these people is a person. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I'm not trying to sound like a bleeding heart pussy, but in the same breath, it is a human. So it's like you don't necessarily say, yeah, fucking drag them by the neck and throw them in the back of the truck and be damned where you bring them. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, I don't know that everybody does it. These motherfucking serial killers and rapists and shit, insert however many there are. I'm not sure if there's 10 of them or if there's 1,000 of them. Those guys, I don't give a fuck what you do with them. If they've got those kind of criminal records where they're from, they shouldn't be absolved here. But in the same breath, there's no magic wand. So they
Right.
pretty much, it seems like to a degree, that's how they're treating a lot of them. It's just like fucking. But I don't know. I don't know what to believe. I don't know where to
Right.
look to find
And
the
then
exact.
also just play devil's advocate. In that situation, how do they know? How do you differ with who you dealing with?
Yeah.
They know about all the stuff more than we do, and we know a lot. You know,
Yeah.
they're fighting in their head, and if they got that job, they're fighting the good fight in their head. And I'm not saying,
Yeah.
we need border control. Come on,
Absolutely.
man. But I'll just say, how can they differ? You're dealing with so many every day. You're seeing the bad, for
Yeah.
sure. You're seeing the worst and the bad. So you definitely got that. But there's obviously good too. Good people that are actually here just trying to work.
Right.
How do you say they're not documented anyway? How do you separate them except for the fact, first thing, ones that got records,
Yeah.
immediately go after them. That's easy. That's easy. If you got any kind of criminal record here and you're illegal, you go back.
Yeah. You're gone
You're gone.
immediately.
I don't care what it is. Apart from traffic tickets or whatever.
Right.
Any kind of violent crime, any kind of stealing. Yeah, Americans
Apart.
steal.
Okay.
I'm not
But
saying you're a horrible person for stealing, but I am saying if you're gonna come to my country, you got different rules. I'm American. I ain't. And this sounds fucked up, but I ain't gonna go to Mexico and get away with stuff locals get away with, me being not from a native.
fuck no, I might get snatched up and
And the
get my
only reason I
head cut
say,
off.
if they you're stealing. I don't know. It's just so hard to say, dude, because it's such a petty. I guess it would depend. Petty stuff. Any human being's going to do that. Don't mean you're a bad human being.
Well,
But
I think that also
if you're
opens
over here doing like grand larceny,
up.
I think
Well,
you should be on the list that you could go back.
what about what are you doing? Are you in a situation where you're on the government dole and you're not doing anything, but then you get a traffic ticket? It's like say you've been here for 2 years, the
Hmm.
country you're from is not hostile, but you've just somehow managed to get some kind of thing where you don't work, but you're kind of collecting a check every month. It's
Yeah.
like, well, okay, bud, like you got 30 days to get a fucking job,
Right.
or you got to go too. Like, we're just gonna send you home,
Right.
but like, we're not gonna
Dude,
send you to
first
fucking
things first,
Trinidad or
like,
anything like that.
I got no. I'm strictly talking south of the border immigrants. If you're coming from somewhere else, get the fuck up out of here. Like, I got sympathy just for my neighbors, bro.
Yeah,
If you ain't my neighbor, which is gonna be South America or Canada, I got a little bit for Canada.
yeah,
They acting funny, but if you know you from fucking dude, they're fine. People were crossing our border from everywhere, dog.
yeah,
Get the fuck out of
yeah,
here.
dude. They
Pack
were
your
coming
shit and
from
go back.
everywhere,
You ain't our neighbor. Fuck what you got going in your country. Go back
bro. Like,
and come back here legally.
people act like they have amnesia. Like, the videos that I've seen from the past 4 years of just motherfuckers from all over the place. They be finding packs like 20, 30 motherfuckers. All of them dudes like our age, between our age and like fucking, you know, your son's age. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And it's like, why are y'all all here together? Like, what the fuck are the 20? And they're from like fucking China.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
what is this for? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the
Dude, I
hell?
watched the video, bro. Like, a couple years ago, this guy that I watched that just travels. He travels and does travel blogs. He traveled to
Yeah,
this border town in Texas. I can't remember what the town was, but it like right there on the border. He rode along with a border agent.
yeah,
And dude, their fence they have. This was during they had quit, building the fence. The last administration. It was just big steel pole beams like this that
yeah.
go up beside each other.
Mm-hmm.
And like he showed videos, like dude, they just grabbed that sucker and just climb right over. Like they were flooding in, like it was, and then they had areas with big gaps they could get in that he said they weren't even allowed to fix. They were
Yeah,
pouring in, but he took them right on the other side of the fence, and dude, just the ground. So they're on the Mexico side. The
yeah,
ground was littered with currency, different currencies from different places,
yeah.
and IDs. And he was picking some of them up, and dude, it was Chinese people, people from India, and the guy was asking him what's the deal, and he says that so the law is they could get, if they can get past the fence, they can seek asylum.
Yeah,
And just later on in the video, he shows ones running across screaming, seeking asylum,
yeah,
and he says we have to pick them up, we load them, we take them here to this facility, they're held, fed. He says then we ask them where in the country do they want to go. We fly, they get a plane ticket, or where do you have family, or where do you want to go, whatever.
yeah.
They get them a plane ticket,
Where's your sponsor?
right, and fly them there. And do the ID. So it's people coming from all over, and so they got to throw their money and ID down. They got to be able to not be identified, because if they
Right,
come over there and identified, you can't seek asylum. You're not an asylum seeker. They know you're lying.
right.
But yeah, dude, I'm talking from dude so many countries, IDs and money from people that had if that's on the ground, they done made it in,
Yeah. Damn, dude.
and they're
Hey,
still here, dog.
if you could rock that border spot for about a month and a half, and just keep that kind of flow, just go and take all the money and be like, oh, I
Dude,
quit.
right.
Like, I'm
He was
cashing
picking
this
it
shit
up too.
in.
He had a bag he was putting it in, like, and he was showing stuff that he had been picked up.
Yeah.
He had a bag full of IDs, dude.
You
Full of
think
them.
that dude sells the shit out of them IDs, dude?
Dude, I don't know. It was crazy, and that went on for years. They just came in at will for years.
Yeah. For
From
at least
every
four.
for not just like I said, south of the border. They would fly from other countries to south of the border and just walk across. I mean, just think if you're in whatever China and you're wanting to come to America,
Yeah.
you're not not to fuck America over, nothing like that. You just want to.
Yeah.
Why not buy a fucking $200 plane ticket and walk in?
Yeah. And see, that's another thing that I think about too. What about these motherfuckers? Let's just say, for example, from China or Russia or where, what if they're like, man, I want to get the fuck out of my country without being tracked that I'm going to America.
Right.
So I can start a new life and blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
And now,
and,
how hard are them people going to be to catch? Because are just say them guys I seen, we pull up at the Home Depot, cuz roll the door open, we jump out. You finding the Russians, or am I finding them in the supermarket with all the other white people?
yeah, yeah. And
We don't even know they're here.
in a
There's
city
no
that has
way
a
to know
lot
they're
of
here.
like
Right.
legal immigration. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like with a city that has a broad populace, or
Right.
if you will.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying they came from places that it would be hard to, we don't know they're here at all, so we don't know who we're looking for. And,
Yeah.
You know, let's be honest, if they're not of Latina looking or Spanish looking, That's the only people I'm seeing them grab.
Yeah, I mean it's the easiest ones for them to grab.
I
Which, in
guarantee
all
you, if
fairness, there's
there's
probably a
two
lot of
legal,
those.
yeah, if there's two legal people with 10 illegals, I bet the two legals get scooped up too, and they go through all that process. I bet and get checked first, and then let go. They don't just be like, whatever, you
Yeah,
know. That's not happening. Like grabbing 10 white people and checking them.
yeah.
That
That
ain't even happening.
absolutely, you're definitely not getting that many at once like
Right.
that.
So all these other countries that could blend in more, who knows? They're still here, and those are way more dangerous than any. Dude,
See,
south of the border, what we got to worry about? Drugs, and I'm not saying that's not a problem,
right.
but dude, these other sleeper cells that could be here from other countries, we got way bigger problems.
See, that shit that you're talking right there, that's the shit that makes me nervous.
Yeah.
Because they're like, yeah, haha, like look at these fuckers. They're going and grabbing up the, the, the fuckers at Home Depot. And it's like, but we're sitting here. I have a job in a firm, a financial firm or a security firm, and they think I'm fucking, you know, Charles
Right.
Guggenschlagen, but I'm actually from fucking Ukraine, and they've
Yeah.
never asked why my accent sounds not doesn't
Never,
sound German.
this shit was even easier than I thought it'd be. I didn't even. They never even asked. They've helped me.
Yeah,
I've gotten two promotions and a raise.
yeah, and I'm actually just here to finesse them out of money and to
Yeah,
put
I don't
malware.
even know nothing about finances. I've
Yeah,
been just fucking playing Pokemon on my computer every day at work. It would probably be that easy.
yeah. It probably currently is that easy,
Right.
and that's the shit that it's like,
Dude, I done
damn,
got my brother and two of my cousins on working here with me.
yeah, and got them through the same way, got them
Yeah.
signed up the same way, got our fake shit the same way.
And dude, all at the same time, like there's videos you could go watch it. This is facts. There's videos of independent reporters and stuff, going to the border during them years when people were walking across and interviewing the people that were walking across, and they would ask them, they'd be dressing nice. Some of them dressed in like tactical clothes and stuff,
Yeah,
and ask them, what do you? Some of them they would. This particular video, it got heated in between the reporter and the person, and she was asking, "What are you doing here?" And they were basically saying, "You gonna see, you gonna see
yeah,
what
dude.
one day you're gonna see what we're doing here."
Yeah, one day. Yeah, I saw one, and it might have been the same video, but I thought it was a guy that was interviewing him. But and he
It could
said
have been. I could have been,
like, and they
and
would
I
have to,
can't remember exactly what they're saying, but that was the gist.
yeah. They recorded a bunch of shit of people talking down there, and not all of them were nefarious, but that one specifically sticks
Yeah.
out. That guy was just like, yeah, you're gonna fucking see.
Oh, what the fuck? If
Like,
I was that guy interviewing him, I'd be like, "What the fuck is that? Y'all
yeah,
hear this?
have a good day,
What?
man.
Yeah, the fuck does that even mean?"
Hey, man, please spare Des Moines.
Yeah.
I'm going home right now to my family. Fuck this shit. Yeah, that's rough, dude.
Well,
I mean, come what may, I guess. I don't know. Like I was saying earlier, like you almost wish there was a magic wand so you could like just Thanos all the bad guys out. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, all right, now we're opening up these centers for all you other guys, all you women, children, and fucking men. We're not gonna kick you out. You just have to make sure you help us get all of the help us with the Thanos wand. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll figure some shit out for the rest of y'all. You know,
what
and if
if
you,
we just
if
go the other way, bro? What if we just fuck it? No borders, nowhere. It's madness.
there's a do you know? Okay, this is the crossover episode, I guess. But do you know who George Soros is?
Yeah.
I was about to say, are you familiar with that name?
Yeah, I'm
Other
familiar with the name.
Okay, are you familiar with why he has his name, or not why he has his name? Are you familiar with why you know who he is?
No, I can't remember why I know who he is, but I definitely know the name.
Yeah, you've typically
Or I've heard the name.
typically you'll hear it from you only heard it from right wingers, like people who are like diehard right wingers.
Uh huh.
He's funding the liberals, or whatever, which is true.
Yeah.
But the reason why one of the reasons why he is as famous as he is, and why people started looking at him as a more nefarious character in the whole globalism thing, is because he is 100%. Oh, he's stupid fucking rich. Uh,
Of
he
course.
he's Jewish, but he was at the Holocaust, and he worked for the Nazis. but he
How
was a
fucking old is this
he,
dude?
he's he is old as shit. I bet
He's
he's
got
like
to be.
I bet he's like nine. I think he's like 90 years old. He was a
Yeah, he's
kid.
got to be
He was
about
a
dead.
he was allegedly a child when he was essentially like mentored into being working with the Nazis. But
As
he
a
but
Jew,
he
he worked for the Nazis.
essentially as a
To do
child
what?
he was a kid though. He worked around, did random small things and tasks around the chambers, the
Yeah, I mean,
camps,
like he was pretty much like a slave then, right? Like
more or less.
they were. Yeah,
More or
I
less,
mean
but
that's
that
not like he chose.
somehow they sure. That's not my my damnation of him.
Okay,
But
okay,
just a little, I'm just giving you a little backstory, more or
okay.
less. Eventually, he became hella wealthy. I can't exactly tell you why. Probably something to do with real estate or drinking kids' blood, if I had to assume.
Yeah,
But
lizards shit.
then he pulled off some shit where was it the franc or the pound? He single handedly crushed an entire currency, like with basically he shorted the currency all the way out with his entire fortune, and uh, let's see, George Soros, currency, uh, currency crash. How did George? Okay, yeah. How did George Soros break the Bank of England? Bear with me. George Soros okay. Wow, that's bullshit. Okay. George Soros is said to have broken the Bank of England and precipitated Black Wednesday in the UK in September 1992 as a result of massive bets he made against the British pound. Okay. Soros became skeptical of the UK's decision to join the European exchange rate mechanism, which fixed exchange rates to the German mark. September 16th, 1992, known as Black Wednesday, was the day speculators forced the British government to pull the pound from the ERM. As a consequence, the pound rapidly devalued, leading to an estimated $1 billion profit for Soros and his quantum fund.
Damn.
Okay, so now I'm not going to read through the whole thing, but I will read this right here. George Soros is one of the most successful and influential investors in history. He is also known for his philanthropic and political activities, as well as his controversial views on various issues. But perhaps his most famous achievement was his role in the 1992 currency crisis that forced the British government to withdraw from the European exchange rate mechanism and devalue its currency, the pound sterling. Uh, Now, mind you, this is on an Investopedia. So the stuff I'm telling you, this isn't like some deep fringe internet
Right,
shit. This guy
right.
is he's a very wealthy man and a part of a very wealthy company, if you will, more or less. Anyway,
And
uh,
race.
and race. George Soros also does directly fund a lot of I mean, I say George Soros, his fund, which is the Open World Society or Open Borders Society.
What
Yeah,
the?
this is one, and his son runs it now, and his son is a fucking demon. Not really. I'm being dramatic. George Soros, Open Open Society. There it is. All right. What is George Soros' idea of open society? Open society has supported individuals and organizations across the globe fighting for freedom of expression, transparency, accountable government, and societies that promotes justice and equality. That is bullshit. What is it? Okay, definition. Karl Popper defined the open society as one in which an individual is confronted with personal decisions as opposed to magical or tribal or collective society. Just tell me what it is. What is the controversy with Open Society Foundation? Open Society Foundation has been criticized in the pro-Israel publication tablet Arutz Shiva and I don't fucking accused of being anti-Israel. Okay, look. Okay, do you know what? Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm still not
I
sure I know who George Soros. I get he's a very rich man,
yeah, and he helped crash the pound,
and he helped crash the pound.
and he funds his
He's a slimy businessman.
he's a slimy businessman, but okay, he's okay. Open societies is a world without borders, essentially.
Right.
Their goal, and I mean, one of the main things that they're focused on currently in in the world is, now this is where it gets into the weeds, okay? But they want to collapse the U.S. economy so they essentially can start a new one. He's not from America. Oh, he's 94, by the way, 1930
Yeah,
is when he was
somebody gonna
born.
have to continue that fight for you, dog.
Yeah,
You out
his
of here.
supposedly it's his son who is like 30, by the way.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, and like George Soros, follow the money. You could do the research yourself, or we could take our
Right.
time one night and do it. We could do it all night, and you will find that he funds. He pretty much funded everything that happened in 2020.
Yeah.
Like and when I say he, I mean him and his collective. I'm not exactly just saying exclusively him. I'm saying him and
Right.
all of his funds fund a bunch of other shit. But some of the other shit that I'm referring to is nonprofit organizations,
Right.
like big money that goes from George Soros to the nonprofits. But you'll also hear the term Soros funded DAs. So district attorneys that are, incredibly down with the clown as far as being, I'm going to say, due to lack of a better term in the moment, far leftist district attorneys
Mm-hmm.
all across the country. I mean, and arguably all across the world, they fund these types of things, but they pay for their campaigns. And by pay for their campaigns, I mean they spend fucking millions of dollars in districts where people would never spend millions of dollars for their specific DAs to get in. And that shit happened a lot. I mean, it has happened for years. And but his companies or his whatever his NGOs will spend billions of dollars a year on elections just for these, like the DAs that let people go for, like, after they've been charged with like fucking sexual assault and shit, and they're like, oh well, he's mentally handicapped or something like that.
Right.
Let's put him on probation. This is his seventh time to come. This person is a illegal immigrant with a crime list out of this world. Those, almost every single time you find out that you've got a district where shit like that is happening, I swear to you, you can look it up yourself because I thought it was bullshit.
He's funded some.
Almost all of them get money from George Soros somehow or another. People argue that during the Antifa riots in 2020, that when people found bricks and shit, like the big ass things of bricks, everybody was like, "Oh, the government put that there," or some shit like that. No, it was probably from the fucking money that trickled down from the Open Society foundations, because their goal would be, for one, like, okay, the goal isn't to. I mean, I don't think of it necessarily as a like, maybe from my point of view, he's a big evil villain. But let's just try to say, like, just objectively, maybe they think in their head, because they're so rich and so protected, it's the same kind of Bill Gates bullshit. They're so isolated and removed from the real world that they try to treat it like it's a fucking board game or something. You know what I'm saying? So in, like, their mind, they're like, well, why do we have to have borders? Wouldn't we be able to essentially, in layman's term, just spread out all the wealth across the whole world? We wouldn't have these third world countries. We literally wouldn't have third world countries anymore if we were able to spread out the world's wealth and da da da. Mind you, this guy's a multi-billionaire, but
Yeah, I mean, he would probably. Obviously, ain't just because he cares about people. It would have to be, I do that and then I could be at the top.
yeah, it doesn't necessarily, like I'm saying, it's not
Normal
like,
people are all one equal except us guys. We're gonna be,
yeah,
we're gonna be above them. We ain't gonna be equal.
right.
They're all gonna be equal.
Did you see that movie? I mean, it's kind of the same, but what was that damn movie called? And this shit's not that far fetched. By the time me and you die, uh, I want to say Matt Damon was in it. They
Hmm.
had like the whole like all the elites lived on this fucking man-made, like, platform planet that was above Earth,
Yeah,
and everybody on Earth was living like it was some District 9 shit or something like
yeah.
that. I don't remember what it was called though.
Sounds familiar. There's a ton of movies like that though. You remember that fucking the one that comes to mind for me? You have to take the zombies out of it, but other than that, it's the exact same. But was it Land of the Dead? It had John Leguizamo in it.
I
But
don't know who John Leguizamo is, but
what?
yeah, I probably do. I just don't
Well,
know.
I honestly don't. Sid the Sloth, he does his voice. But you don't know who he's an actor. He does Sid the Sloth's voice, though. I thought maybe you would know. He did a movie called The Pest that I loved when I was a
Oh
kid.
shit. Okay, I know who this guy is.
Yeah, and he played in Mario and Luigi that when we were kids, the original one,
Oh
the
man,
Super Mario
I
Brothers. He was
didn't realize he
Luigi.
was in that, but that's crazy.
He's Luigi, bro.
That's awesome.
Anyway, he was in a movie where it was it's like post-apocalyptic zombies that decimated the planet, you know,
Yeah,
and there was these big high rises, like I guess they're in New York or whatever. All the high rises because you can get away from zombies. All the rich people lived in them. They had power. Just these. They had enough power to power just these high rises stuff, and they would tell all the way their this is way years. So they done rebuilt society, and the way society works now is, oh, if you work and you put in your time and blah blah blah, you work up and get you a room
yeah,
in one of the high rises. Obviously you never fucking get one.
right.
And his character, John Leguizamo's character, like he did shit for the governor guy, like would get rid of people's dead bodies with zombie bodies because he dumped zombie bodies and like did all the dirt for him. And when it was his time to get his spot, of course you ain't fucking getting one.
Yeah,
Like anyway, same shit. Like
yeah. It's
no
crazy.
matter
He
how
looks
you
young
cut
as
it,
hell
that's
in
how it
this
would go.
movie.
Oh, you pulled the movie out? Is it Land of the Dead?
Yeah,
Or Land of the...
that's the movie that has him in it.
Yeah, that's
I
it.
didn't
That's the
I didn't
one.
read the
This is a
story,
good
but
fucking movie.
I'll
It's
have to check
old.
that out. Yeah,
It's
I guess
old.
2005. Is that does that make
Yeah,
sense?
yeah.
Yeah,
It's old. I was a kid when I watched it,
that's awesome.
but it runs super parallels with like, you just take the zombies out. Whatever the zombies in the movie is just what collapsed society. You could just replace that with anything.
Right.
Whatever. The dollar collapses or whatever the fuck, whatever. I don't know. All the
Yeah.
many things that could happen.
And see that man,
No
I
matter
know,
what it
bro.
is, there's going to be a hierarchy. No matter what it is, even if it's just like in this thing, people are wiped out, and y'all have one city worth of power. There's going to be a hierarchy.
Right.
So
Absolutely. And
that's why that socialism shit ain't never going to work.
100%. Like to me, all it. This is the thing. Like for all of our lives, we've always definitely been preached to that the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. And
Right.
I pretty much subscribe to that. I mean,
Right.
I've seen nothing different
I mean,
since being an adult.
as a whole, I do believe on a micro scale, like us as your own individual life.
Yeah.
For the most part, you can work hard, you can get stuff, you can get out there and you can make a decent life for yourself. Even our greatest life is bullshit compared to the rich. Like, it's just such a big separation.
Right.
Even
Absolutely.
people that we would deem not poor are poor in what we're talking about.
Yeah.
They're
Well,
part of the poor.
I mean, and what's interesting to me is when when you look at it on a micro level, uh, anecdotally by yourself, you're like, hey man, I figured out my whole trajectory this far. If I keep trending upwards, awesome. I kind of see where I'll land around 45 or something
Right.
like that, and then I got to figure out the next part. And as I get older, you can see the trajectory. But when you zoom out 5,000 foot, that's like what you're talking about there. Of like me and you can't relate to the high rises
Mm-hmm.
in New York, or the people who don't have to interact with citizens if they don't want to. But what we don't think about it that often, and this is just something I just thought about as you were explaining it like that, is we're the high rise to some people when you zoom out 30,000 foot up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like as far as like you say the country and then you go to the planet. Like there's
Right.
people out there that cannot relate to any fucking shit
Nothing.
that we've got right here, and there's people 5,000 foot up from there that do achieve like fucking I got my hut, or I got
Right.
my fucking shack, or I
Exactly,
got
dude.
my fucking I got my shack that can sleep 7 people by the beach. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that kind of shit. Like, and that's them. They're like, I've got this. I've got a fucking half of a acre of a field for my family to grow shit and eat now. Like that kind of stuff.
That's how it's life, and I think it's like the same thing for to take a left turn, but like just whole existence in general. It's like the same thing.
Yeah.
You keep zooming out, and it's like I got ants outside, and they're busy, dude. Every time I go out there, they're doing some shit,
Yeah.
and I don't know what they're doing, but I know in their world, they're like they're on it, dog. That's what they're doing, and they don't even know that they're just ants in my back fucking yard.
Yeah.
They think they're doing some shit.
Couldn't care less.
They got a queen, they got a hierarchy, they got jobs, they got society pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they don't know that they're just fucking ants in my backyard. And you just keep, and if they could zoom out, they would see that. And you just keep doing that, dog. Same. I mean, what? It's very possible that's the same thing with us. We
And
just don't even realize we're just some fucking ants in the backyard of some way bigger shit or whatever it is. We don't even know. The ants couldn't even comprehend that they're just in my backyard. Just like whatever it is, we can't even fucking comprehend that shit.
that makes me think immediately of the fact, because we talk about. I mean, it's all of those, the 500 foot up, 5,000, 30,000, a million foot up. Okay, Harvard scientist believes interstellar comet could be alien craft.
I seen that.
We should put all possibilities on the table, is what it says here. Scientists are
Yeah.
watching a newly discovered object in space, and most of them agree it's a comet, but not all of them. A Harvard scientist who believes he's seen proof of alien life before suspects this object may instead have alien origins. Professor Avi Loeb said there are clear signs that the comet known as 31 Atlas could be an alien craft. And this is his quote. He says, "We should put all possibilities on the table that it's a rock, a comet, or something else until we get the evidence, the data that will tell us what it is," he said in an interview. Now, I'm
On the
not bringing
size
it
of
up.
this thing, is it like something we should be worried about? Size, I guess. I mean, I heard him saying that. I read the article saying that, one guy saying it could be a spacecraft, whatever. But I didn't see nowhere like, okay, what if it is a comet? Are we straight?
They said this bitch was like 7 miles long.
Yeah, dude, it's like the way it like came from behind the sun or some shit. The trajectory that it took, like it's just
Yeah.
a weird trajectory too. Is like another thing the article was saying that, yeah, just the way it came, that it was weird. I put it to you like this, dude. If you believe in aliens or life from another planet, whatever, and some shit like this would eventually happen, when it does happen, wouldn't it look just like this?
I would think.
Yeah, we'd be like, "What is this? I have no
And, it,
idea." Blah blah blah.
and,
Nah, it's just a comet.
and it would look like this realistically. Because it's like, maybe they're like, that's our goal, is to get there. Us being there.
That shit like a Taylor Swift friendship bracelet.
I know, dude. Like, what the fuck? And like, is this a time lapse photo? Like, I don't understand. Or is that like Christmas lights up in the fucking 1,000 miles
Yeah.
away?
I mean, I'm not a scientist or astrologist or whatever I would need to be a specialist, but that looks more like aliens than a comet to me.
Uh, yeah. I
I
mean,
like this one over there to the left. What if it's shaped like that?
this guy.
Yeah. Oh my God, giant turd
We're cooked.
cutting through, cutting through space, coming at us like a missile.
It's gonna be shitty. Yeah, we'd be dead as shit too.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even do
Fucking
that one on
over.
purpose.
I wonder if, man, that's just. I guess it wouldn't matter where it hit. So wherever it hit, it would
Oh,
be
if it's a
instant death,
comet, we
and
are
everyone
fucked.
else, it would be a slow death.
Yeah, I honestly would rather it be aliens coming to be like, "Hey, pimp, like, uh,
Okay.
I know you guys weren't expecting us," and then we have to be like, "Well, we actually
Real
have
talk, dude.
secrets."
If they like real talk, if you could control it or whatever, like yo, all right, it's gonna be aliens or it's just gonna be a comet. It's up to you, Shane. Really, what you actually want is what it's gonna be.
Would you,
You would really hope that it is aliens? Like really?
or a comet that's gonna fucking crash
No, no,
into the
no.
planet?
Yeah,
Huh?
no. Like a
Or is
comet, it's not gonna kill us. It's just a comet, whatever. Not aliens. Haha. Nothing out there still. It landed in the ocean. Everything's okay.
listen, if
Or
if
it's
the giant
aliens.
7 mile shit turd hits Earth and lands in the ocean, we're still fucked.
Yeah. Okay,
Now,
but in my fake hypothetical,
okay,
we
I
gon'
got
we
you.
gonna be all right with the comet.
I'm not that interested in finding. I am
So
interested in
you're only
finding out.
interested in the aliens basically if the alternative is death.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling. Like if we're gonna die, I'll try this alien shit.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like, because you don't know for a fact that they're coming to just blam us up. You know what I'm saying? Like they might be coming to be like, hey, like
That would be awesome, man. But
we've
I
been
just
looking to
don't
see if
feel like that's. I feel like they'd be about that action,
I
just because. And
I
I
think
know
we
we're
would get eaten.
humans.
We'd be like get vacuumed up, bro.
Yeah. But we're thinking like humans. They might not think like us, but you could look through civilization every single time it has never failed. When one more advanced civilization met the other, it didn't end good for the Native Americans is the prime example.
Yeah.
But you know, it was never, hey, let me help y'all get on our level. That's never what it was. It's like, oh, I guess you're our slaves now.
Yeah. Wow, we can use you for something.
Right.
I got a
But
question. Is it possible that that's what they do with kids, like on Earth? Do you think that we harvest children for sacrifice for aliens?
like that's what the purpose is, like why we're here.
Maybe, or maybe we made a deal.
So who's sacrificing the babies? Where are these babies going?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm not missing no babies.
I'm not either, thankfully.
I got all mine.
But you hear stories about how like there's like 300,000 like missing children that have crossed the border in the
Yeah.
past like 5 years,
Well, I
and,
think
and it's
unfortunately we know what's happening. What what's going on with that with this Epstein Island shit, man? They're being trafficked.
they're probably being trafficked. But 300,000 kids from one section of the planet is a lot of kids.
Yeah.
I mean, and you could say I'd argue that at least you could even say a third of them were housed privately by fucking Catholic charities somewhere. You still
Yeah.
got 200,000 kids that just you can't say where they are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a lot of
That
children.
is a lot, man. You can't find none of them. Like I feel like if you gave me a 200,000 list of kids, me myself, I could find one. Fuck.
Yeah, and I also had the highest GDP in the world.
Yeah, at least one of them's on Twitter.
Yeah, by
I'm gonna
now.
find one. Yeah, I'm gonna find one. I don't know, dude. That would be wild.
I
If
I
they
I
want,
I, I
are we
don't need
harvesting gold for them?
right.
That's one theory. Are we harvesting babies?
I've heard people say a lot of things that we're actually just a giant incubator, but we've stalled out. Like we're starting to stall out on our growth of humans. Like we're eventually in the next like 100 years we're gonna start trending back downwards as far as the amount of people on the planet
Mm. Well, if
because
it did it naturally, but not like a crazy famine or something like that, that might not be a bad thing.
I don't necessarily hate the idea.
Just people
Uh,
start actually naturally for some reason having less births.
I mean they already are.
Yeah,
I mean,
I mean that
especially
may not be a bad thing, bro. If we can't sustain growth at this rate, that's what needs to happen. It's the best way for it to happen instead of having to just kill a bunch of people that's already alive.
Are you sure we can't sustain at this rate?
Oh, I don't know.
Mm,
That's what they tell us, but I'm
yeah.
saying that they say we
That
can't.
that's why I say that. That's why I
Yeah,
ask.
I'm not smart enough to know, but I do know like scientists. That's what all most scientists say. That's Elon for that's the whole thing about going to Mars is that eventually we won't be able to sustain life here on Earth
Yeah.
at this current rate. And even besides just like having too many people, for natural resources, we gonna fuck this shit up ourselves. We
Yeah.
gonna fuck each other up and fuck this planet up ourselves with some
We
man made shit.
we have spent the last 10 years for sure like hella close at any given time to like two motherfuckers just saying the wrong shit and somebody
Right.
getting fucking annihilated.
Dude, I definitely feel like what I subscribe to the most now is like the idea that society has ran this route, or maybe not this exact route already, but society's already, advanced, got wiped out, and started over, maybe even multiple, or who knows how many times.
Yeah.
However old the planet, I mean, and we're just in that cycle too. Same thing and whatever it is, at the end, is it like one, we just fuck us all up, or at the end, every time something steps in, starts us over, or whatever.
Yeah.
But something, it feels like, you know, it's not crazy to think all the stuff they find and how history repeats itself that, this has been ran back before, and whatever it is that happens at the end, I don't know. But it does feel like shit. Don't just stay going. It gets to a point and gets restarted.
Yeah. Well, it's like another thing that I don't know who it was. This maybe Albert Einstein, or maybe he didn't say this. A quote I've heard a bunch was the I don't know how World War III will be fought, but I do know World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones.
Right.
And it's basically saying that whatever the next massive, war that takes place that involves the entire world,
It's the last big war.
yeah, like it's gonna be. And I just, to me, it's so hard to think of us just blowing ourselves into oblivion. You know what I'm saying? Or like erasing, 8, 9.5 billion people and leaving like a hundred
Dude, the
thousand
only
on Earth.
thing that can make me see it, well, two things. The only scenario that I could see, like, actually buy into that happening is one, like, we're on the path, like I said, of we all can't be here. We're all, something's happening. We're all going to die. And the elites is like, nah, there's enough for just us 1 million people. And they, something like that I could see.
Yeah,
But, religion changes. Like you said, you couldn't see people blowing each other up, man. I mean, some of these people, you know, Sharia law and all this, some of these theologies,
yeah,
if they had nuclear weapons, I could definitely see that happening because they're believing and they wholeheartedly believe like this next life is where it's at.
right. I
I could,
mean,
that's the only two things I could see. Why else would you do it?
I feel like I talked about this at some point. I don't know that I've talked about it on the podcast in recent history, but I believe that I think we would probably be more likely in the next 15 to 20 years. People aren't going to talk about a race war or a class war in America. It's going to be a religious war. I'm telling you. And this sounds crazy, but like,
Well, I think
what's
people are getting less religious.
you said you think people are getting,
Yeah,
or
I
you
feel like
don't?
people are less. I feel like people are less religious.
I
Obviously, the older, like our generation, I feel like people are less religious than the generation before me.
Yeah, people all over this country are converting to Islam.
Oh, really?
Yes, at a unprecedented rate, and it's look at what's happening in Europe.
Yeah, I know. I've
Uh,
seen that shit.
yeah, and everything that happens in Europe happens here eventually. But not. I mean, you don't even. It's happening now. I mean, you've
Yeah.
got rappers. You've
I mean,
got
it's the thing is, it's not that it's a Muslims a problem. It's not a problem until it's like,
no,
just like Christianity, till it's the extreme. You
right,
know.
but also Christians. Lest we not forget, in a different time, in a different century, they had motherfuckers out here that were banging for
Right.
Jesus.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Then we get taught. They even teach us in school by the time. Oh, it's the Crusades, bro. I know what y'all was doing.
Yeah, y'all were raping and pillaging and gathering gold for the Catholics.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like a long time ago. I mean, I'm not saying that's something that's still happening or
Yeah, it's
anything.
nothing like that now in the Catholic Church.
Yeah, now they're just stealing ass, different kind of booty. But no, it's to me. I feel like and look at how radical though in modern times Islam is. Could you imagine if I mean, like I said, look at what's happening in Europe, right? Now, say that somehow they don't put the kibosh on whatever that is between the, uh, what do you do actually? I say put the kibosh on it. I mean, hey, we're open to religions, right? So you have your freedom of religion, but you don't have the freedom to be a fucking degenerate radical. You might be right, but we're gonna vote in people who are pro Sharia law, and then we're gonna have people in these offices and and eventually it's just going to be that potentially, I don't know, say
Right.
for one city, and then it turns into a whole part of the state.
Dude,
We
Americans ain't going for that. We too ratchet, bro. We ain't gonna live by Sharia law. These hoes over here ain't about to do it, bro.
okay, well
I'm gonna tell you that right now. The American hoes ain't about that.
you might be right, but if
They
the
want
minute
them cheeks out.
if the top-down government in a town, and then you'll move out, and then the people who are cool with it and support it, they move in, and then it just grows, and then you can either fucking abide by the rules. Imagine if that happened in Chicago tomorrow, top down. You're gonna have chaos in the streets, and then they just start blaming motherfuckers up. You're an infidel because you're behaving like a degenerate. Well, everybody who still lives there acts right, right? Okay, cool. Sharia law. Bam. Men, you're in charge of your wives now. You need to
I
fucking.
mean, let's be honest, bro. What are we worried about? Like, if that pops off, me and you straight.
Absolutely. Because we
You
live in the
know.
South.
Well, that and even if we got forced into Sharia law, we're men, so we're Gucci.
Just don't be stealing shit.
Dude, I mean, what's gonna happen? Life's gonna get fucking better for
Yeah.
us. I mean, what's the downside, brother?
That's a really good point. You see me like type in how to join Islam. No, I got a 101 book right
You're
here.
like, dude, I'm reading everything about Sharia law, looking for their negatives, my
I,
friend.
I
But
get I got the code, dude.
okay, I see you. You want them to see I'm a old school Al Qaeda kind of guy.
Oh, I got a little something for you too, bro. Don't worry. This one
Oh,
says
there
the
we go. That's
Taliban.
close enough. That's me.
Hey,
OGs.
hang on. Here we go. Don't
The
play.
OGs with the head chopping videos.
Yeah, dude. Shout out the real.
ISIS posers.
They went viral on Facebook in the early days.
There we go. Yeah, you read
I
all
g-
those?
Fuck no. I got 182 days in Iraq. I have another book called The Taliban. Completely different book, by the way. I also have the New World Order and Charlemagne's book that I never read.
What
But
one? He's got two.
yeah, I've got Shook one.
Yeah, that was the second one.
I also have a book on Stalin, political writings, Bob Woodward, the agenda, the Book of Haram. I have a Quran up there somewhere. That's what I was trying to grab first, but I don't see it. Oh, it's up there in the top
Dude,
corner.
I've honestly never read one page of it.
Me neither. I told myself I was going to listen to it as an audiobook so I can know more
With
about
the
it.
I want it with an authentic accent though. Whoever does the audio,
I
I want to
want
get the real feel.
I want Jeff Dunham to read it to me.
And the voice of Ahmed.
Yeah, absolutely. There's this little kid.
Like, do you want me to be engaged or not?
There's this show called Jesse. Nickelodeon or Disney or something.
Yeah.
And there's this kid on there. His name's no, he's on Camp Kiki Waka.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something
My
like
kids
that.
watch that. I know that Raj.
Right? Yeah, dude. He had a shirt on. He had a shirt on yesterday. I was watching this shit. Okay. He had a shirt on yesterday, and I like these shows. These little shows are fun. It's cool.
Yeah.
Get home from work, relax for a little while, and
For a while there, my
chill.
kids are like addicted to that shit. Mason started watching it like during COVID when he was younger.
Yeah.
And then my girls got addicted to it for a little while. They're on some other shit now. This K-pop shit. Oh my god! I
Oh
wish
my
they'd get
gosh,
that shit off.
it's consuming. It's consuming the young ones. Fucking there we are. We failed, dude. They should be watching goddamn Jeff Foxworthy and fucking smoking cigarettes. No, he had a shirt on, dude. Like I said, I like the show. It
Hmm.
just caught me off guard. The fucking shirt was a picture of an RV, and it was like in the woods on a road or whatever, and it said RV there yet. And
Yeah.
he's been in this
That's
scene, blah blah. And I'm like, hold on. I told Brittany, I said, read his shirt out loud and look at him. And she said, RV there.
I know she did.
And she said, oh my God. I'm like, dude, RV there yet? I was like, you think they did that on
Yeah, I
purpose?
had to.
That poor little bastard. I was like, damn. And I mean, I also think to myself, too,
Dude, how you Indian on your Indian accent sound kind of fake.
listen to this is what I was about to say. I was about to say,
What the
look,
fuck?
listen to him when he talks, right? I bet
I
you
bet
that
he talks
fucking-
American as fuck.
I bet that's.
dude.
I bet he's from London.
Oh, you think? Yeah, that would make more sense. He's
Let's
got
see. Let's see.
He's
Let's see.
learned.
Is it called Camp Kiki Waka?
Yeah, Kiki Waka.
See, he kept saying when he was first talking about it, he kept saying Kiki Walker. I'm like, who's Kiki Walker? I was like, I don't know what show that is, son. Kiki Walker.
Kiki Waka, Kiki Waka.
Yeah, I know, dude. That song be stuck
I
in my.
heard that so much. Dude, it's crazy. On repeat.
I'd be hearing that shit at work, bro.
When
In my
Mason
head,
was younger,
just
it was
like
another
Kiki
one.
Walker.
That's a spin off of one. It was another one first, and then
Is
that's
it
a
really?
spin off. Yeah, there's one called
Bunked.
yeah. Mason watched the one when
Yeah,
he
there.
was little. Then the girls was watching, and he watched it with them too. But
What's his
I've
name?
seen them
Ravi.
all. Raj,
Ravi.
Ravi. Oh
Ravi.
yeah, Ravi.
Karen. Okay, he was also in the show Jesse. He's just a little older, I believe. So that's why I noticed him from that shit, I guess. Karin Bar. Let's see where he's from. Okay, Karin Brar. Uh, January 18th, 1999. Let's see. He was in Diary of a Wimpy Kid. He was a
This kid's
Jesse.
from LA.
Jesse and its subsequent spinoff Bunked. Let's. See, I just want to know where he's from. Parents are are of Punjabi ancestry, and he was born. He was raised in Bothell, Washington.
Told you, bro. He ain't got no accent. He faking that shit.
Oh my
It
gosh.
sounds like it too. He don't even do that great of one.
Son of a bitch. Brar began his acting career at the age of 11, starring as Indian middle schooler Sharag Gupta in the comedy feature film Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Brar naturally speaks with an American accent and worked with a dialect coach to perfect his Indian accent for the role. Son of a bitch.
Well, he didn't perfect it.
He did not. He did not.
Yeah.
If he could pretend, I can too, huh?
Y'all both Americans?
This guy's crazy. He's also in Mr. Peabody and Sherman. Fun little movie. Fun little film. He's been in a bunch of stuff. He's been in Family Guy. Oh, you know you use that fucking accent in Family Guy.
Oh, that's the only reason he got the job. They didn't hire him to speak an American voice.
Yeah, definitely not. I don't know, dude. I don't really know. I don't necessarily think that like I said, I don't necessarily have a problem. It's unfortunate. The more docile you are, no matter what, it just seems like the way the world works. People were docile enough to let Hitler take over and fuck up their whole, shit, right?
Yeah. Well,
Mainly
that's the thing that you always go to. Like when I try to, like, man, I ain't got to worry about it. We ain't gonna let it get there. Well, dude, it's not like we were cavemen when Hitler happened. Like we were, you know, some of the most scientific advancements we have are being done at that time. Like we were smart people already at that time, and yeah, we just
dude,
went for it. Germany was just went for it. Germany was a powerful country, and completely, you know, I don't know, got the wool pulled over their eyes. I mean, I don't really know enough to. I mean, it seems like in the beginning they were all for it,
yeah, they were,
all for it. He was loved,
bro. Genghis Khan. How long ago did that happen?
dude. That was
Attila the Hun. How long ago did that shit
yeah,
happen?
right.
And we look at them as whatever. I mean, look at okay, but Hitler almost was like the beginning of modern time. You know what I'm saying as far as our
Right.
our folks. But it happens to all kinds of different civilizations. If you are docile enough to allow that shit. But it's crazy though, man. Because I mean, look, it happened in Russia. It happened in China. It happened everywhere for different reasons. They weren't
Right.
talking about Attila the Hun and them weren't talking about communism. It was just, hey, if you want to be a fucking degenerate and rock with me, let's go. Or
Right.
Genghis Khan, this dude like nutted in every woman from here to from Chattanooga, Tennessee to Chattanooga, Africa. Not really. They say
Right.
that this motherfucker's people killed off so much that they like changed the carbon footprint on the planet.
Yeah. They said that like pretty much everybody's got them in their DNA, damn near.
Yeah, that's
If you
nuts.
trace
Dude.
it back enough, got gang it like I don't know what the percentage is. It's a large percentage of people. Oh, over 50. If you trace it back, has
Yeah,
his DNA.
that's nuts, dude. A lot of
A
nuts.
lot of them. A gang of them. A Genghis Khan of them motherfuckers.
I don't know, man. It's just crazy. But yeah, it seems like if a society gets too docile, that, and I mean to say that we're not docile in comparison. We obviously have these moments where it's like, man, people. You think of something like a hurricane relief or something like that, like entire communities get together and fucking, come together. But like you can come together and it doesn't mean that you're gonna fucking defend yourself against a fucking well trained army. That's
Right.
or like, and see, that's the thing that in my head that's always the go to. But like I always come back to the conversation of a peaceful divorce in America. But like in my head, I'm like, rather than us allow ourselves to be lulled, the entire country be lulled into being controlled by somebody, whoever it may be, whenever it may come, that actually does all the crazy and wicked shit that they say, whichever side, that they're also afraid of. Like, I personally believe that we all think freely enough, but like the older I get, the more I'm like, we don't, dude. Like there's so much shit. Like we will be lulled into being completely fucking, you know, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Like it makes me think of I don't know what his name is. It slips my mind, but the laws of war, or what is it called? Rules of war? No.
The Art of War.
The Art of War, yes.
Yeah.
And one of the things in the Art of War is I did read that book, but it's all like parables. Nonetheless,
Right.
whatever. Uh, and it's a quote that's frequently used is the best way to win a battle is without firing a single shot or whatever.
Right.
You don't have to kill anybody. It's like, to me, I feel like that kind of stuff is just done on us. But then I also feel like we've been brainwashed. Like when I was a teenager, it's like watching Alex Jones, and it's like, dude, we're being fucking brainwashed. There's no breaking free. And then I get older, and it's like, oh man, maybe people break free, and it's like, dude, it just seems like there's more and more reasons for us to be more lethargic in a chair and not do shit as I
They
sit in a
definitely
chair.
make it. The world's set up to where it's easier. You really have to fight it and be strong-willed. First, you have to recognize it. Then you have to be strong enough to fight it because it's so much easier the way every aspect. Just say food, our diet. We know what's good for us and what's bad for us, but they make this shit. Dude, if we wanted to eat all the best shit, you know how hard it would be for us to get it. It ain't gonna be as easy going to fucking Walmart or wherever just getting our shit.
Yep.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot harder. Even though we know this other shit fucking us up, and we can obtain the other shit, we don't because it's so fucking hard. It's harder.
Yeah.
It's easier just to go get the food. To go get whatever's available for us. Whatever's the easiest. While I promise you, they're eating. They ain't. What I'm saying, every meal they eat, ain't got the bullshit they're putting in it that they're making the billions off of. They're eating the shit without it.
Right.
Then their
It's
kids are eating the shit without it.
it's the equivalency of Mark Zuckerberg putting tape over his
Right.
camera on
The
his
fucking
computer,
audacity.
or tell his kids they can't watch TV or
Right.
all
And you
that
tell
shit.
me I can't have Facebook unless I give you access to everything on my fucking phone.
Yeah, and you're pushing this shit on my kid.
Right.
Like that shit is fucking crazy, dude. It's fucked up. But I mean,
No
you're
way
right
out.
though. It comes down to willpower, and also in a broader sense, whether it be for the sake of the capitalistic aspect of it or just on an anecdotal level, i convenience should be like the eighth deadly sin.
Right.
It's like the more you focus on, which everything that we do in life almost is it's around convenience and comfort and security of some sort. But convenience is the cheap route to get those things. And I say cheap route, is it cheaper? Is it better? Do you live longer because of the more you care about convenience? Which, I mean, I guess that opens the door to work hard and it pays off kind of shit. But I mean, which is
Right.
all good. But
I don't know. I mean, it's like I don't even know. But the work hard, it pays off. There's a lot of nuance to that.
yeah,
I think if you
it
take
could
all
not.
the right, you take all the numbers, of all the people and all the statistics, and it makes more sense to try to work hard. You'll probably have a better chance
Yeah,
of doing. But honestly, dude, I know tons of people that it has paid off for them not to work hard. And I'm
yeah,
not talking about because they sit around and get a check or whatever. Like
yeah,
everything just fell in their lap and worked out for them and was gifted to them, and
yeah,
they definitely did not work hard and they got way ahead in life.
yeah.
way ahead.
Absolutely. And I mean, it's like sometimes there's people that kind of stuff happens to, and you're like, hey, that couldn't have happened to a better person. Because they're all right people. And then, but a lot of times it's almost like
Yeah,
that's.
that don't happen often.
I
It
was
seems like.
about to say, like, you almost are like you're happy for that person that it's like, damn, bro, hell yeah, like, good for you, man. Like you scored some random gig and you stuck with it, and
Right,
it wasn't easy to get. I mean, yeah, and it's like it's not easy to get fired, I guess,
right.
but then you've got the majority of the cases is that's the kind of lifestyle those people have lived since they were young.
Hmm.
And I'm not just talking about like your mommy's there to pick you up when you fall or anything, but it's like, when you were born, when 5 days after you came into this world, your grandparents had your college paid for.
Dude,
You
it's
know,
the gap is the wage gap is just so insane.
yeah,
Like even me as a grown man, dude. When I went to Virginia last year to the, my brother-in-law rich aunt's huge estate,
yeah,
and dude, it's like every house. I'm like, dude, what are these people doing for? Not just. I mean, I know what she does, but I'm
yeah,
saying like everything around, everybody, everything around. It looks like you'd have to be, a multi million, or they definitely are
yeah,
multi. And then I'm like, where I'm from or where we're from, we know who the rich people. I pretty much know every rich person growing up, like rich family person, who they were.
yeah,
That we considered rich or whatever.
right,
There wasn't that many of them. You
exactly,
just don't realize because of where you was raised the amount of fucking wealth that really is. Dude, yeah, you really can live like that.
yeah,
Like it doesn't even seem real. Like the people you just live, dude. Even the aunt I'm talking about, just bro, it's unreal the way
bags,
you, bro, it's unreal. It's
yeah,
unreal. Which in that situation, like grew up in Pike County, where we're from, came from nothing,
yeah.
self made. So respect it.
And a lot of people are just hella good at investing money, but that's you know, and that to me, me and you, that's almost aspirational. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, man, that would be not. I mean, a half of that, like, or a quarter of that, whatever it may
Dude,
be. But
quarter would be fine.
like that's aspirational for us. That's our that's our penthouse, or
Yeah.
that's our high rise, metaphorically. Just kind of going back to what we were saying earlier, and it's like, but you also have people in the world who say, let me not find that aspirational. I actually find that disgusting
Right.
because by investment or whatever it is, that means that you're actually hoarding money. You're hoarding money that can help a mom get milk for her child. You're hoarding money that could help someone have a surgery that they need to have or get medical treatment that they need to have.
Well, if I'm not hoarding it, how exactly are these people getting that money?
Yeah, you shouldn't have it.
Yeah. Oh,
Not
there
my.
should
Not,
be. I know. I get what you're saying, but there
yeah.
should be no money. Is that the angle you're taking here? Like socialism?
You
You're saying
shouldn't
that?
you shouldn't be allowed to hoard $7 million. You
Right.
should be forced to pay that to the only people. I mean, essentially, the argument is taxes.
Right.
But
But what
like,
would motivate me then to even do this profession or whatever it is that I do that makes this much money when I could be just as good off as you that don't do a fucking thing?
uh,
Then we could have a society of a bunch of people that decided to do the easiest, not a fucking thing shit because it pays. You get just as far ahead in life as if I put 12 years to be a doctor or if I 12 years to work toward a skill or whatever. Why would people even do any of that? And then
because it,
then we'd collapse.
because it's fair and
Yeah.
it's equality.
Okay. Well, in 30 years, I mean, I don't know the answer to all this, but in 30 years, who's building our houses? Who's fucking who's doing any of this? Nobody. It's one thing to be lazy and not doing it because you don't want to work.
Yeah,
It's another thing when we get far enough and enough generations down where we don't even know how to do it.
yeah. Well, the government will do it for us.
Exactly. We
The
won't even
government.
know. My dad didn't build houses or work on cars, and neither did his dad. How the fuck do we know?
Yeah, and the thing is like,
We're already there. Me and you can't grow shit.
yeah, we
My
could go
grandpa could
we
grow
could go
shit.
on
His dad
YouTube
could
and
grow
figure out how
shit.
to half-ass it.
Right. That's what I'm saying. We're already there with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
We're
A- a-
completely dependent. I mean, I probably could figure it out if I had to survive, but like for the most part, the country food wise, 100 dependent on the fucking. I don't want to say government, whatever, but the
yeah.
supply chain.
Yeah.
100.
Absolutely.
How many people? If that was cut off, how many people would die within the first fucking however long it takes a motherfucker to starve to death?
A lot. I mean, some shit that I just pulled up earlier
That would
was.
be the first big chunk that would disappear. Them people.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, this
And
right
I
here
don't think I'd be including that. We can hunt and fish. Down south, we'd be
be
we'd
all
last
right.
longer.
Yeah, and I'm certainly down with some bartering. You know what I'm saying? Hey
Right,
man, look, I'll go with you to hunt and fish.
right,
Let me
right.
bring
Or I'll
some.
kill you and your fucking family and take it if you ain't down.
I'm just thinking like if it wasn't like a, you know, if it wasn't necessarily a survivalist,
Yeah,
there's
yeah, yeah,
zombies
yeah.
and the fucking
We're
Chicoms are
just
running around
surviving.
everywhere.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
man, it'd be our. It'd be like anything else, dude. When people don't have it and you got it, it's gonna be problems.
this shit right here says. Here's a more detailed look at the top five most potential, or top four, excuse me, potential apocalypse scenarios. These are the most possible ones. Number four is global pandemic. It says a highly infectious, lethal disease could spread rapidly around the globe, overwhelming healthcare systems and causing mass casualties. Engineered or naturally occurring pandemics are both potential threats. Number three is technological collapse. This could involve the breakdown of essential infrastructure like power grids or the internet. The misuse of advanced technologies like artificial intelligence or biotechnology, or the unforeseen consequences of scientific advancements. No, which I mean, hey, like that's some popular shit
That's
right
kind of like
now.
AI right there, pretty
Yeah,
much saying.
absolutely. Especially if from looking through any lens that has AI as the boogeyman, which I'm not far from that myself personally. Number two, most likely, is the use of nuclear weapons, even on a limited scale. The use of nuclear weapons, even on a limited scale, could have devastating long-term effects, including radiation poisoning, climate disruption, and widespread famine. The risk of accidental or intentional nuclear conflict remains a serious threat.
There's no way number one's asteroid.
You would think, like this is obviously an AI overview that gave me this.
Yeah, I don't
Num-
know what would be ahead of nuclear.
Number one is climate change.
Oh yeah, what the hell? I do
It,
not think that's our number one threat, though. Do you?
yeah, I mean,
I mean, maybe long term. I think all these other things you just named would be the more short term.
if an asteroid hit us, technically that would be considered climate change, right?
Shit, I should have changed real quick.
It says human caused climate change is already causing significant disruptions, including extreme weather events, bullshit, rising sea levels, and food shortages. Continued inaction could lead to catastrophic consequences, including mass migration, resource conflicts, and the collapse of ecosystems. That comes from, they pulled that from Wikipedia. Oh no, I was trying to see if it would tell me where they got that from, or where they pulled that information from. Yeah, they pulled it from a couple of different sites. Times of India, NDTV. I was just trying to see if it was like liberal as fuck, but nah. Like I mean, in my head though, like they got climate change up there, but I don't think that climate change is going to necessarily, unless something specific happens. I don't think that's going to cause a mass extinction event. You know what I'm saying? Like over the
Right.
course of 3 days, all these fucking people are going to die. But
Well, we
oh,
won't know.
asteroid impact is on the other scenarios, while less likely, are still worth considering. I
Really,
kind
I
of
thought that's what people. And a lot of times people say that's one of the more. Like it ain't
yeah.
gonna matter. Asteroid gonna take us out anyway.
I say ecological. I mean, by the laws of like probability, one day an asteroid has to hit us, right?
Right.
Like at some point, we can sit here for
It's
forever.
just gotta be the right size.
Yeah,
I mean, we do get hit with them.
yeah. This one has to be big enough to not disintegrate by the time it hits the
Right.
Earth.
That's it. We get hit with them. It
Yeah.
just we ain't got hit with the big enough one.
Uh,
But
eco-
we know there's bigger enough ones out there, and we know we do get hit by them. You're
yeah.
right. It seems like it's inevitable that eventually we're gonna get hit by one of them bitches. And, they say we have already. Dinosaurs.
Yeah. It has super
Fucking
volcano as an option, ecological collapse, and extraterrestrial invasion as the other ones. It says the extraterrestrial invasion. This is considered highly improbable, but it remains a popular theme in fiction.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I do know my computer's about to die though, so uh, I guess to keep it sports related, I'll say that I did a whatnot last night, everybody, and it was awesome. I had
Hell
fun.
yeah.
I made some decent little money, and we need to have a. Cam's been talking about it too. He's got an itch. We need to have a group. Uh,
Yeah,
Thickheads.
dude. I got some UFC cards to unload too.
Hell yeah, bro. I'm thinking. I think we can. We could just fucking run it, dude. We'll go ahead and preset it to like 100 cards, and we'll run 100 UFC cards, and we'll preset it again for 100 more cards, and we'll run fucking 100 football cards.
Hell yeah.
Just
DC, I
go
got you
hard.
slab.
Oh shit. Oh, give me some light. Oh shit, this that Pokemon slab. Hell yeah. Oh shit. That's tight, dude. Hey, they say that's a 9. They say Pokemon cards are hard to get 10s on.
Yeah, it's a 9, but
Still,
it's the last one I needed for the set.
that shit's tight.
It
Hold
sucks with
on.
my.
Do you have the whole set on slab?
No, that's what I was about
Oh,
to say. The only thing that sucks is this won't go in the binder with the other.
yeah.
With the set, these three evolutions, the Squirtle, War Turtle, and Blastoise. So I don't know. My brother's got it. He pulled raw. I'm thinking about trading him this slab for his raw, so I can put it in my binder.
Oh my god.
Because
He is your brother, I guess.
well,
That
with
makes sense.
Pokemon cards, 9 is raw
Yeah.
on comps.
Golly, what the fuck,
The
dude?
only thing above comps is a 10. So 9 is at comps, and if it's an 8, you might as well left it raw. It's
Yeah.
below raw.
You'd be better off trying to get a collection of them in 8. Like just have a whole collection of 8s and be like, "Yep, I lost on that one."
Right. Yeah, man.
Damn. I mean, I would look cool though if you had some kids come over and be like, "Yeah, it's my fucking Pokemon collection," and they're like, "Yo, you got it fucking graded. This is tight." Or you've got it in this cool plastic case with the numbers and
Yeah.
shit on it.
It's PSA 9 too, but it looks cool. But I like it. I wanted to go in my binder with the other ones. So
Dude, you could sell the fucking Pokemon cards online. You'd be seeing them like in auctions and shit, and people are like, "Yeah, this is a fucking goddamn travesty." Like, I mean, like, say, like on eBay, where like this Pokemon card's going for like $900 or something. I'm like, oh, cool.
dude, my brother pulled one last week
Yeah.
raw. Raw without grading. His looks pretty good. Raw, it's $600.
Holy shit, dude.
Graded a 9. Graded now this one was the marker on this one is higher than 9. Because
Yeah.
graded 9 comps was like 1,300, but a
Oh my
graded
god,
10 was like 2,600.
dude.
A graded 10. He pulled that the other day.
So is he gonna send it in, or is he thinking
Yeah,
about sending it in?
he's gonna send it in because I was like, dude, even if you at least feel like you could get a 9, you get more value out of it.
Bro, if you get a 7, break that bitch back open and sell it
That's what I said.
fucking raw.
Worst case scenario, just break it out. He ain't, dude. My brother, he ain't selling shit.
Yeah, fair enough.
He ain't keeping nothing sealed. He's opening everything, and he ain't selling shit. Like he
Yeah.
collecting this shit.
Yeah, he's having fun.
Like I did it as a kid. We both did it as a kid,
Sure.
and then got out of it. And he got back into it when Mason. He got into it with Mason, my son, when he was
Yeah.
little. So they've been doing it. Like he's been going this hard since like 2014,
Damn.
2015 with
So
Mason. Like
he's
they were
probably
buying
he's
whole
probably
sets.
sitting on a couple of racks then,
Oh, dude,
man.
he's got whole sets of like from that era, like
Yeah.
2014, 2015, 2016, tons of stuff.
Damn.
There'll be times where he's buying heavier and then he's just buying as he gets it, whatever. Like right now, he's buying heavy again, and then, but I wasn't buying it all.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
So
crazy. That's awesome.
him and
That's
Vince
it's
was all
exciting.
into it, kind of drove me back into it, and Mason's into it, so it's
Hell
fun.
yeah.
Still ain't the same as sports cards, but it's fun, especially in the off season.
Now I'm curious. What does your sister think about it?
That's another podcast.
I was about to say she's probably like Jesus Christ. Everybody around
She
me.
likes it. Her kids are into it too. She likes
Oh,
it, but
okay, that's cool.
she's not into it. Her
Sure.
personally,
Yeah. Well, I
but
guess it sounds like she didn't have a
right,
choice.
both of her kids are into it too. So, dude,
Hell
we
yeah.
all rip packs. It's fun.
That's awesome. It probably makes Christmas fun too. I mean, hey, now everybody's in on the gang shit. Christmas can be
Yeah,
nuts. A lot of
yeah.
cleanup.
Their birthdays and all that. Birthdays are coming up. Christmas. That's all they talk about. Pokemon cards.
Hell
It's
yeah.
lame because it's hard to get them.
Yeah. And you got some, but you don't want to give them away.
Right. I said you
Still.
get them. They're so hard to get. And you get them. You're like, yeah, I don't want to open them.
Yeah. That's crazy. Well, hell yeah, man. This was fun.
Hell yeah, bro.
We didn't talk about fucking sports at all.
That's it. Listen, because next week, wait till next week, because next week, guess what? It starts the fantasy talk. And we're going to talk
That's
about
true.
the draft. We're going to talk about the top prospects, who you drafting,
Hell
what we
yeah.
doing, who we think on the rookies is going to be the steals, all that.
I'm gonna make a little clip for us and be like, this is what we started this podcast for. Is
Right.
for fucking talking about football ultimately.
Right?
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Well, hell yeah.
Boom.